exercising or starting to exercise with anxiety. This can be difficult because we're anxious to go into a gym, we're anxious to start doing different things with our body because we like routine and we don't like to change. So exercising with anxiety can be really difficult. I am 43 years old. I exercise every day. I do cardio and I lift weights. And I've been doing this now for about 8 years. And it sucks because a lot of us are nervous to take the plunge and walk into a gym on our own and start exercising because we're creatures of habit and we don't like change. And it's sad because it's the one thing that will help us with our anxiety. It produces more endorphins when you do some cardio or weightlifting. It makes you feel better, and at the end of the day you feel a lot more calm. So yes, try to get in and exercise. I'll give you some examples of what it was like for me, and maybe it was similar to you when you started. But I remember I got to a point in my life, I'm 6'2", and right now I'm about 216 pounds. I tipped the scales of 300 back when I was probably 33 years old. That was 10 years ago. And I was miserable. I didn't like to look in the mirror. I was like a vampire in the sun when I walked by a mirror. I didn't want to see myself. I hated myself. I was crabby to my kids. I was crabby to people in my life. And it was because I was unhappy. And when you feel like this, it's not good. It puts you down. It gets you depressed. And not only are you anxious now, you're unhappy. And then being so anxious, you're unhappy because you're anxious and have anxiety, then that turns into depression. So I'll give you my story about the gym and exercise, why you got to do it, and what you need to do. So I was about 302 pounds, and I was walking one day and I was out of breath. I walked like 30 feet somewhere. And I was out of breath, and I thought, you know what, this is done. I'm done with this. I'm going to change my lifestyle. So what I did is I started eating keto. I didn't go to the gym right away. I didn't want to go to the gym right away because I thought people would look at me and say, what's this fat guy doing at the gym? And that's not the case. People at the gym are wonderful people. They don't care if you're big or smaller. You're at the gym. You're working out. You're trying to get in shape. And people love that. And they will help you. And they will smile at you, and they will do anything they can to make you feel comfortable. Not all. I'm sure there's one or two bad apples out there, but I think for the most part, most people are very good-hearted. That's what I try to believe. I mean, what else do we got if we can't believe that? So I started eating keto, and I took away my carbohydrates. So it took me about 2-3 months, and I lost 50 pounds. I was down to probably 260. At that point in time, I felt great. I was doing better. I was looking better. And then I went to the gym. And when I went to the gym, I started to do cardio. And when I started to do cardio, I felt my heart started beating harder. And of course, us anxiety people, I don't like my sensation of my heart beating faster because that can mean feels like a panic attack or an adrenaline rush. So that was hard for me to do also, but I pushed through it. And it gets better every day. You get used to it. It just turns into another routine. So I felt my heart beating faster. I'd get sweaty. I'd work out hard. I'd get shaky. All the symptoms of like a panic attack, which is good because those same symptoms you get when you're working out hard are a lot like when you get a panic attack. So that helps you as well with panic attacks or generalized anxiety or all those sensations we get from anxiety when you're not at the gym. So they helped me to cope with them and deal with them a lot better because I knew what they were now. I knew what was triggering them. So I worked out, I lifted weights, I did all that stuff. And people are friendly at the gym. They're great people. And they give you motivation, and I'd love to give you motivation. If you don't want to go to the gym or you have questions about going to the gym or eating healthy, shoot me a message. I'll stop my day to answer and help you out, any one of you. Because I know the hell you're going through and the hell you struggle. And it's no good. But there's so many different things us anxious people and anxiety have at the gym. We're very, very anxious to start new things and have different body sensations. So I try to keep all these under 5 minutes. I don't want to ramble on and have you guys get bored of my videos. So we'll talk more about this one too, because there's a lot to talk about. So I just wanted to throw it out there and let you know how my situation was. So have a good morning. I got, of course, my faithful buddy. He's taking a nap right here, Max. Say hi, Max. My little buddy sleeping. Talk to you soon.